Alright guys, it's Joey, and I got something a bit different here. As you've probably can tell, this is not actually Modern Warfare 3. This is a new game mode. No, it's not. This is a game called Postal 2, and that was a really hard P. I apologise for that. Let me move my microphone away from my face. So this is a game called Postal 2, and it's about 7 years old, I think, actually. It's quite an old game. And it's something I wanted to play for a while. I haven't actually managed to load it up onto my computer until recently, so I decided to record a mission and do some commentary over it, for the main reason that there's something I want to talk about which is actually quite relevant to this game. So this game is very violent. It's what's it called? Ultra-violence the phrase. And it's ultra-violent because you can burn people and pee yourself out. It's got like all dismemberment stuff. It's like a very violent game, but and it has caused a lot of controversy, and it's also been banned in a few countries, but I believe they might have been lifted. I know it's banned in Australia, but everything under the sun is banned in Australia because they don't have a proper rating system or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, this game's really good. It's a really enjoyable game, and it's only as violent as you make it out to be, which is actually one of the quotes which is on the game, and it's very true. You can play the whole game without killing a single person, but it's just as violent as you are. And the quote is, aggressive versus passive aggressive. Postal 2 is only as violent as you are. You can be practical or you can be a pacifist or be an ultra violent dude. And that's what it brings me on to, is violence in video games, and how that was a shit segue, but how violence in video games is portrayed and how it's blamed for a lot of things. For example, a lot of school shootings, massacres have actually been blamed for violent video games because they played Doom or Wolfenstein, I believe it was, for one of the shootings, and it's been blamed for other things. I remember seeing a very good clip from Fox News Network, and the guy was like, your husband and child can rent a prostitute and kill it, and that sort of stuff. Yeah, you can do that, but at the end of the day, you were doing it in a video game. Would you rather someone do that in a video game than that? And this is very poorly structured, isn't it? But anyway, as I was saying, so they've always been blamed a lot of the time for shootings and stuff like that. And the main reason I believe it to actually be blamed for it is, first of all, it's an easy target, and it's something. It's not necessarily new, but it's something that visually shows violence, and people just assume, people just decide that, you know, oh look, this is violence, I must copy it, which is completely untrue, and it's just stupid. And a lot of media has always been blamed for violence, i.e. music's been blamed for it. I remember, well, I wasn't old enough, but when stuff like Led Zeppelin, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath started to become big, they were sort of just decided, I think two boys might have killed someone, I'm not sure, and they listened to Judas Priest or something. They believed if you played the records backwards it would be the devil talking. Now that's bloody mental, but that's what they believed, and they took him to court and everything, and obviously it was overall because it's preposterous, but that was blamed for violence. Movies have always been blamed for violence. I know for a fact Clockwork Orange was very shrouded with controversy because there's a rape scene in it, and it's ultra violence is what it's pronunciated, and people just believed that was like caused violence and stuff, and it's just people just blaming media for stuff that either they don't want to admit it was their kid's fault that did it, or just poor parenting or something like that. And you know, it's an easy scapegoat to sort of blame. Oh, it was the rock and the rolls and the raps, or you know, it was that damn Call of Duty, wasn't it, that did this? And it's just a pathetic thing that people do, and I always think it's really stupid that people even think that. It's just what people do, and you know, when you just think that's ridiculous. So I think it's ridiculous. And when it comes to violence in video games, there's age restrictions for a reason. If you're playing an 18 when you're 12, you know, you shouldn't be playing an 18, or you know, your parents have decided you're mature enough to play it. I remember I wasn't allowed San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, one of my favourite games of all time. I wasn't allowed that probably until I think I got it for Christmas actually. And you know, my mum was obviously very concerned that I would go out, you know, getting prostitutes and killing them, which, you know, is stupid because there's no prostitutes in my area, and you know, most of them are already dead, so I couldn't kill them. But you know, it's very preposterous that it's gonna taint my mind that, you know, oh, I'm just now going to go become a gangster, which, you know, San Andreas, it was a blatant spoof on gang culture. It was a blatant spoof on certain 90s trends and stuff like that. It's nothing, you know, if people take it too seriously, then they shouldn't be playing games, basically. You know, if someone gets wrapped up in the world of Grand Theft Auto and becomes a Russian, you know, mafia lord, then they're getting quite caught up in a game that isn't real. I just think it's really stupid that people do that, and it's, you know, it's just as stupid as someone watching a TV program thinking, you know, that's brilliant, or Lord of the Rings. It's your mental maturity, I guess, and if you're mature enough to even do that, then, you know, I just think it's really stupid people playing video games. So that's my little rant over and done with. I'm going to talk a bit about this game because it is actually a really funny game. It's a really old game, and you just basically you get a variety of weapons. One of the best weapons is by far, I get scissors in a bit which you can throw. There was an expansion pack that added more weapons like a scythe and machete and stuff like that to use, which is pretty cool. One of the best things is with your guns, you can add a silencer onto your guns, and you don't actually get a silencer; it's a cat. So you put the cat on the end of your gun and you shoot through the cat, which is really bizarre, but it's epic. You can also pee on people, and I think at one point you get gonorrhea and you got to get it cured. It's a really fun game. I keep saying gun. I have no idea why I keep saying gun, but it's a really fun game. If you definitely want to give it a go, I'd recommend getting the game and trying it out. It's very fun. If you're young, I wouldn't recommend buying it because your parents would be like, "What is this? What is this you are playing? This is not good enough. You will now die." So I probably wouldn't play it if you're under a certain age. But if you're a teen, definitely go and buy it. I'd totally recommend it. It's hilarious. You can smoke. I think you can get addicted to crack, and I'm pretty sure my guy's on crack at the moment. And you'll see my heart like pumping like a beast. And if you don't take crack, you just lose like 25 health, which is it's quite annoying. But it gives you a health boost, I believe, taking crack. And I think you can smoke weed and stuff like that. So I mean, it's, you know, it has all the profanities and whatnot, but it's still a very good game. I believe, I don't know if it's in the expansion pack or not, there's one where you've got to infiltrate a Taliban headquarters. That's really bizarre. I believe that's on the expansion pack, which is like Saturday and Sunday. This is like goes over a week and you've got to do certain errands. Gary Coleman's in it, which is ace, and you can kill Gary Coleman, which is already dead. So you could kill him a second time, or, you know, let him go and let him die of old age, or die. I don't even know what he died of. Dwarf. Maybe someone trod on him. How harsh is that? I apologise for that. But yeah, as you can see, I've got my milk. So that was my first objective done, and I'm there. I'm just about to leave out the old window, and I think I pop into the dry cleaners just to show one little cool thing that you can do, which is always hilarious. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you'd like me to do more of this, I definitely wouldn't mind doing it. I'll give it a go. And as you can see, she vomits. You can actually make them vomit and then knock their head off, and then vomit comes out the hole, which is bizarre. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see some more, let me know, and I would be more than happy to do some maybe live commentaries of it or whatever. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you in a bit.